10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come. When I was a young kid, me and my cousin used to play hide and seek. And, lots of fun hide and seek, normally. And what's so fun about it? Running and hiding. Why do we enjoy that game? Why do we enjoy any game? Well, I don't exactly know. But there was a problem we used to have. So we had some basic ground rules for hide and seek when we played at my grandmother's house. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned that. And she had not the smallest house, so we used to play on just the living level. And upstairs was out of bounds, was off the rules, right? Off the rules. I can't even speak English. It was against the rules. And I don't know why you're listening to me. Anyway, it was against the rules, but we'd get so tired. Obviously, there's only so many hiding places on one floor. We'd get a bit bored with that, and every now and then we'd get a little bit cheeky and we'd go upstairs and then just revel in the fact that whoever was the seeker, I don't know if you call them that, but whoever was looking for us was stuck downstairs looking around for something they were never going to find. Because though there was nothing stopping us from going upstairs, the rules were the parameters of the game. The rules kept the person downstairs looking on one level instead of on both or all levels that were there. They were thinking, as I like to say, within a box thinking. And they had every right to, because they were the only instructions they were given. That's what they thought the terms of the game were, and they participated fairly in those terms, and we broke the rules. So welcome back to the With Joe Wehbe podcast. I've got an interesting question for you today, and we'll get to that question. We're unpacking how we're wired and some of the fundamentals of meaning. It's a weird name for a series of many, many podcast episodes, but it's this really complicated discovery of our self-awareness and the way we're living. Because so often we live in the day-to-day in the game, but how often do we step back and think, what is the big picture of what we're all doing? Everything seems so important on a day-to-day basis. But when you zoom out, none of it looks important. And if you're like me, you just go in this constant pattern of zooming in and zooming out on what's significant in life. And it's chaos. For now, I think it's almost the healthiest way to do things, because you keep perspective without losing touch with everyone else's reality, at least. But we'll learn as we go. So the game, well, what's fun about games? That's the question. Now, I've got the blog open for this, the corresponding blog for this episode and the next episode in front of me. And in it, I write about how in 1994, I started playing a different game. Not hide and seek, though it was a game just like any other. And in that game, we pursue certain things because we believe they're the rewards. We believe that's the objective of the game. We're given a box to look at what we're playing. And so the rewards in this game are wealth, are a glittering career, owning a home, having your own children, having status, having impact, and having things. So if you imagine, I'm trying to think like The Sims as a computer game for anyone who's familiar with that, or something of that description. We sit there, we're given a remote, and how do we get context for playing? Where does it come from? The game naturally leads us along. It says, continue, go in this direction, and tick off the milestones. Collect things. grow your income, grow this and grow that, get better. When you get better, you grow, you can buy more, and you can keep going. And you can keep going and keep going and keep going, buying distractions. And the game will continue. But what part of the game do we enjoy? So what I want you to think about is hide and seek. Let's go back to the simpler game. Let's go back to hide and seek and think about what made it fun and at what points we had the fun. What I want you to think about is I count down from 10. I've got my eyes covered if I'm seeking. Get to the end. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come. I open my eyes, ready to begin this search. Now, sometimes what we would do to be a smartass is we'd stay standing right there and not hide. And we'd make it easy for them to find us. And it was disappointing for the seeker. Right? They were disappointed that they found us so quickly. Now that's ironic, because the thrill of the game comes from finding the hidden person. But when you make that easy for them, the game's not enjoyable. So why do we enjoy the games? Now the question is, and the challenge is, to hold the space on that and think about that, right? Because I told you about that game I started playing in 1994, the game most of us play. My question today is, what if we're playing the wrong game? We're going to pick this up where we left off tomorrow and talk more about games, the right and the wrong games. But for now, just remember, as always, to think about the game you're playing today as your daily prompt and reflect on that and zoom out for today, right? Zoom out and look at the grand scheme of things. And if this were a computer game, what are the levels you've been told you've got to progress to? What's level 1? What's level 2? What's level 3? And where does it end up? What's the end game? You can think about that and reflect on that today. And if you want to invite anyone else into this, you want to open a door for them into this conversation and thinking about the games, why we enjoy hide and seek, and whether we might be playing the wrong game, feel free to bloody do so, because, I have to say it to you every day, but remember, the best way to open 1,000 doors for you is to concentrate on opening doors for others, right? Anyway, this has been the With Joe Wehbe podcast, and stay well until I see you again tomorrow.